Hello, this is Carl's Mustang, and today we're on the Crew 2, and we're going to be doing a review on the Corvette. They just added this. I just jumped on right after maintenance. It's the 1963 Corvette Grand Sport, which is, if you've watched Fast and Furious, you've probably seen it, or if you know anything, the history of Corvettes or racing, you've probably seen it too. But it's only $336K with the season pass. So it's probably around 400, 500K without it. But I'm gonna go ahead and see what colors. I don't know. I kind of like them. I was getting mine in that color. And as usual, I see you guys out on the track with the Corvette Grand Sport, fully upgraded. And of course, no tune as I usually do. And here's a little thing about this car. The Corvette Grand Sport, they wanted to make a road legal version. In fact, they were going to put it was basically going to be this on the road. But I can't remember if it was the Highway Safety Association or the police in multiple states said no. They said it was too dangerous back then, which back then, you remember, tires were crappy. I mean, tires back then could barely handle 300 horsepower, let alone 400 horsepower like this thing came out with. So it is interesting how this car turned out. It turned out just to be a track car afterwards. But we're going to be using the Everglades for this run because I hadn't done it in a while. And apparently people are having fun motocross bikes. And as usual, I'll go quiet and I'll see you guys out on the track.
One.
Okay, now on to my thoughts on the Grand Sport. 63 Grand Sport. It's, or 50, yeah, 63 Grand Sport. It's kind of what I expected. I knew it was going to be not a total beast, at least as in against what most cars are like on here, but I knew it was going to be better than the 63 Stingray that we already have. Because of course this one's basically the race car variant. But would I recommend taking this thing into PvP? Not really. I mean, you probably could take it into PvP, especially if they're all driving classic cars, but that's about all, really. That's all I can really think of. But is this car worth getting? Yeah, yes, because it's a classic car, of course. And it's a piece of racing history and a piece of Corvette history. I mean, it was interesting how this car was going to be road legal, but of course, I think it was the Highway Safety Association, as I mentioned before, and the police went, no. But you can put visual parts on this thing. You can customize it some. You can, of course, put, you can also put vanity items, repaint it, whatever you want, put liveries on it. And it's a pretty cool car. I like it. I mean, yeah, it's not PvP. I don't think it's PvP worthy, but it's an awesome car to have regardless. But do I recommend getting it? 100% yes. I mean, it's a cheap car. It's pretty cheap. It's at least it's fun to drive. That's the main point of it. It's fun to drive. But I definitely recommend getting this car. That's all I really had for today's video, and I'll see you guys later in the next video.